A Russian drone strike on a passenger train has killed at least 5 people in Ukraine's northeastern Kharkiv region. More than 290 people were on board when the train was attacked. President Volodymyr Zelensky called the attack an act of terrorism. More than 100 apartments and 20 cars were damaged in another attack in the southeastern city of Zaporizhia. Audrey McAlpine is live for us in Kiev. So where are these latest attacks, especially the one on a train, leaving people's sense of safety?
Yes, and as you mentioned, rightly so, that there were overnight attacks across the country in Kyiv and Zaporizhia, but perhaps the most noteworthy, the one that is striking fear into everyday Ukrainians, is this attack on a train outside of the northeastern city of Kharkiv. Drones hit into a passenger car, leaving 5 people dead. This is a train car that had around 30 people in it and well over 100 people on the train itself. There were images on social media of a mother with her child evacuating a car just a couple meters from her, the next car over, completely ablaze. And it's worth reminding viewers that because the airspace in Ukraine has closed, there is no air travel, that people rely heavily on trains as a means of moving around the country. This train in particular, originating from the west of Ukraine, it's a line that soldiers may take, but also NGOs, people visiting Ukraine for work. So it is certainly something that people will have increased hesitation about when considering whether to take trains. And this is just really the culmination of threats that have been rising over the past few weeks. There's reports that many trains have been stopped on their rail lines, evacuated in the middle of the night because of reports of bomb threats on trains or mines being laid underneath the railway lines. So this is, again, as I said, sort of the culmination of something that people here in Ukraine have been worried about already.
And there have been reports, Audrey, emerging about the balance of territory versus lives in this war. How bleak does the picture look that's emerging from these reports?
Well, exact casualty figures are something that Ukraine remains quite tight-lipped about. Some reports estimate that number could be as much as 500,000 casualties. And if you look around cemeteries across this country, the flags, the graves grow every time that you see them. But certainly, you know, in January, we heard that Russia made some of its largest territorial gains, which raises the question, as you rightly mentioned, what is that balance with casualty numbers not seen on both sides since the Second World War? You know, Budanov, Ukraine's new chief of staff, but former head of military intelligence, recently released a statement to Ukrainian troops saying that while in December, estimated Russian losses were around 30,000, that in January he hoped that that number would be closer to 50,000, which just shows that human life has remained the currency of this war. And as technologies change, as you know, both sides move more towards drone warfare, still human life remains that currency.
All right, thanks so much. That's Audrey McAlpine for us from Kyiv.
Don't miss out. Get a full picture.